Yeah, so I want kind of a reason, like why. So Danny said maybe because it repeats a lot, and that's actually a valid reason. That's what you think. Totally fine. And then Dustin says it's the first number in the data set. Okay, and that's a valid reason too. Um, but what I'm going to tell you guys, it looks like if we look at what our 5 key number summary is, and that's what kind of the goal of this webinar is to teach you what that is. The first key number is the low. So the lowest value, and the lowest value is going to be 1, and that's why 1 is important, is because that is your low. Okay, so you guys, what's your max then? What's your high? 5, yeah, that's true, Dustin. And you can turn your microphone on and tell me too, it's fine. So we've got a low and we've got a high. So that is a really easy way to have, that's 2 out of the 5, right? So based on this, can you guys think of a third one that you might have seen before if you've done box plots? What would be a third key number? Does anyone know? Ah, Dustin, you're awesome. Thank you. The median, very good. So we've got the high, we've got the low, and then we've got the median. So you guys know how to count and find the median. It's just the very middle number. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. What happens if you have two numbers that are in the middle? So I've got 3 and 3. Demetrius, 3.5. So you're just trying to think of an average, but what is the average of 3 and 3? 3, Michaela, good. It's 3. So if you take 3 plus 3, you get 6, right? And if you divide by 2, you still get 3. So your median is right here in between 3 and 3, and so it's still just 3. But Demetrius, I see where you're going with that. That's really good. If this was a 3 and a 4, then you would add those together, divide by 2, and you would have got 3.5. So you're on the right track. Okay, so we've got two other numbers in our 5 key numbers. Does anyone have any idea what those might be? Kind of, no, not the average, but that's a good guess, actually, Dustin. That's a really good guess, because we are going to be kind of examining. That's another good guess, because that's actually those are all key middle numbers, but no, not the mean or the mode. But those are really good guesses. Really good guesses. All right, so Dustin's the only one. Range. Oh, that was a good guess. Actually, Michaela, you guys, I'm really happy that you guys know all your statistic terms. That's good. So, very good guesses, Michaela and Dustin. Good. I don't see anybody else with a guess. So, how about this, you guys? Have you guys ever heard of quartile 1? Does that sound familiar? Yes. Yes. Okay, good. All right, so if we're going to find the first quartile here, it's the same thing as finding the median. It's just finding the median of this lower half. So again, we can, cross off from the ends or however you guys like to do that. And then it looks like a 1 is our first quartile. Okay, so we've now got 4 out of 5 key numbers. So does anyone know what the 5th key number would be? Kind of goes along with quartile 1. Oh, very good guess. But did you know that the median is actually quartile 2? Because it goes 1 here, and then the median is quartile 2. So what do you think, Dustin? What would be next? Ah, very good, very good. Quartile 3, awesome. So quartile 3, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to mark off numbers till we find the middle one of the upper half, and that's 4. So yeah, you guys, that's how you get your 5 key number summary in order to build your histogram. So really quickly, why don't you guys write in your, type in your notepads, type low, high, median, Q1 and Q3. So just type those in your notepads real quick. Very good. So Israel and Demetrius, do you guys see those notepads? So what you want to do is in your notepads, very good. And then Demetrius, I think you're student 4, that's typing, but it's good too to put your name on the top, and then I know that's you, but I actually know it's you, so it's all good. But good, very good. Okay, so Danny, you don't actually need quartile 2, you just want quartile 1 and then quartile 3, because your median is the same thing as quartile 2. Good, very good. Okay, so good job, you guys, you typed that in. So you guys look at data set 2 and go ahead and fill in the low, high, median, quartile 1 and quartile 3 for data set 2. So fill that in. Very good, Dustin, you are on it today. Danny, you're on it too. Michaela, nice job. All right, Israel, you're starting, that's good. So whatever number you guys choose for your median, you know, if there is an actual number, then that kind of separates your low from your high. Good, very good, awesome. Listen, you are done. Listen, you're having a great day, I just want you to know. All right, so we'll just wait another second here. And it looks like you guys are close. So Israel, it looks like you're done. Keely, you just have the last two. Well, Israel, I thought you were done. Then you erased. Oh, you're lost with quartile 1. Okay, so good question on that, Michaela. To find quartile 1, it's just going to be the median of your lower half of your data. So you just find that median number, that middle number of the lower half of your data. So I'll draw that out for you to help you. All right. Ah, but you have a good. Okay, good. Awesome. All right, so it looks like most of you guys are done. Danny, it looks like you're just finishing up and you maybe had some question on your quartile 1 too. So let's look at this, you guys. So if we take our data and we find the low, so let's actually mark this out. So you guys are good on the low. You got that as 4. You're really good on the high, right? And you got that as 22. So your median is your middle number, and it looks like everybody found 8, right? So that's your median. So that separates your data into, oops, sorry you guys, I drew it in the wrong place. Hang on, let me fix that line. There's 2 8s here. Okay, so that separates your data. So in this case, we have 2 8s, right? We have 8 and 8. Those are our 2 middle numbers, but we need just 1 here, so we're separating it, and the average of the 2 8s is just 8. So just like we did on the last one, the upper data is 8, 15, and 22, and the lower data is 8, 6, and 4. So if we find the middle here, 15 is the middle of the upper, and 6 is the middle of the lower. So quartile 1 is 6, and quartile 3 is going to be 15. So Danny, does that help too with kind of looking at that? I think sometimes it's a little bit confusing. Does the 8 count as your upper, or does it count as your median? Well, since this 8 isn't in the middle and this 8 isn't in the middle, it's split in between, then that 8 is counted in your upper and this other 8 is counted in your lower. Okay. All right, you guys, any questions about your 5 number summary at this point? So you can just type yes or no, or nope. Okay, so Michaela again. All right, Israel again. Justin, you're good. You got it all fast. All right, good, you guys. Well, then here's just what I want to wrap up with. From this, you guys are going to build a box plot with that, and I'm just going to actually just do one of them just in the essence of time, and then I'm going to give you your ticket out question so that way you know what it is. So let me just build you guys a box plot real fast. I know you can't probably do that very easy, so I'm just going to actually build the top one. When you have a box plot, your low is 1, So you put a dot where the low is. Your high was 5, so you put a dot where the 5 is. And then these quartiles and the median, you put lines. So quartile 1 is actually on this 1, so I'm going to put a line there on the low. The median is at 3, and quartile 3 was at 4. So I'm putting these lines, and then all you have to do is connect all the lines into one box, just like this. And then you would draw a little whisker, if you guys remember, out towards your high and your low. So we can draw it out towards our high, but our low actually sits on that, whatever that is, that first quartile, where that bar is. So we don't have an actual whisker. Okay, so that's how you draw a box plot with this 5-number summary. So the 5-number summary is probably the hardest. The box plot is just making a little picture. When you guys are doing this, again, for class, you can do it on a piece of paper and you can take a picture and show it to me. You can also do it in Excel. In the little cells, you can, highlight those. And I think, Danny, I showed you how to do that. And then you can kind of draw it, or you can do it in Paint or something like that too. One other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is, so this number right here is our median, right? This little line here. So let me ask you guys this last question. Where do you think the mean is in relation to that median? Is it where the median is? Is it to the left of the median, or is it to the right? What do you think? So everybody in their notepads either put left, same, or right. Danny, what don't, so Danny, turn your microphone on real quick. What part don't you get? Danny. Okay. So Danny, what part are you talking about? Did you get the 5-number summary, or is it the actual box plot? Hey, Danny. Danny. Hello. Hello, Danny. Are you there? Oh, the mic isn't working. Oh, okay. Oh, good. That's okay. So yeah, so tell me, Danny, like what part? Yeah, I can hear you. You're good. Hello. Hi, Danny. I can hear you. Just turn your volume. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you. No, I can hear you. Here. I can hear you. Uh-huh. I can hear. Yeah, I can hear. Okay. Okay. Do you want to, let's do a quick sample together. Okay. So let's do this actually. All right. So Danny, let's say you have this. Say you have like 2, 5, 7, 9, 10, 12. Okay. Okay. So your median, you said you get your median, right? So your median is here. And your median would be 7 plus 9 divided by 2, which would be 8. So are you good there? Oh. Okay. Okay, so you're good there. Okay, and you said you got the high and the low. So Danny, look at this real quick. All this data, this is the lower half, right? So that's your lower half. Okay. And this is your upper half. Do you get that? Danny, are you good there? Okay. Okay. So what's the median of your lower half? Which number is the median of your lower half? The 2, the 5, or the 7? Michaela, very good. So Danny, does that make sense? Yes, very good. So that is quarter 1. So what's the median of your upper half? 10. Okay, good. So that is quarter 3. So Danny, how are you good there? Ah, good. Okay, so good. Okay, so then all we do to make our box and whiskers plot, or box plot, you can call it either one, right, is you take and you find your low. So we'll just put 2 here. And that's our whisker, right? We find our high, which is 12, and that's another whisker. And then we just put lines for our quartiles. So quartile 1 is here at 5. So that's one line. We have the median right here at 8. So I'm going to put my 8 right here. Okay. And then quartile 3 is 10. That's right here. So I just put lines for the median for quartile 1 and quartile 3, and then I just connect and make a box. Okay? All right, so how are you guys good with that? Danny, are you good with that? Oh, okay, good. Very good, you guys, very good. Okay, so then I just wanted to do this question so that you can get your ticket out. So if you guys look at this box plot, and if here's the median on the box plot, where is the mean? So is the mean, we're trying to figure out where the mean is. So is it to the left of our median, or is it to the right? Or is it could be equal? So let me just have a guess from you guys. So Israel, somebody lost connection. I don't know. Oh, Danny maybe? Okay. No? You're still there? Oh, who did? Oh, Demetrius. Okay, so Israel, just tell me, where do you think the mean is? Is it to the left to the median, or is it to the right? Or is it equal to the median? The mean, I mean. You don't know? Michaela, you don't know? Oh, you think left? Okay, so why do you think left? Because that's a good guess. It was a good guess, actually. So Michaela, no, not sure. Demetrius lost connection. You can't hear anything. So Danny, what I mean by equal is, are the mean and the median the same number, do you think, just by looking at the box plot? Isn't it 8? Well, on this top one, are you talking about the top one? Uh-huh, yeah, that works. So Danny, it couldn't be 8 on this one just because we don't even have an 8 in our data set, right? Here's our data set. Well, here's what I want you guys to think about, okay? And this is how you guys are gonna kind of have to answer the question. Oh, you were talking about set 2. Oh, that's your median is 8. So the mean, remember, is the average. So that's one thing. Remember, Dustin asked if that was one of our 5 number summaries, but we did not calculate the average or the mean. But if we were to calculate it, would it be the same as the median, which was 3, or would it be different? Would it be greater than 3? Would it be less than 3? Or would it be the same as 3? That's all I mean by that. Good, different. Very good. And here's how we can tell. If your median is right here, but you've got all this data right here, right? So for some reason, this data is going to pull the average to the left. It's just like when you guys did your histograms. If it looks like that, you know, your median is still kind of in the middle, but your mean is going to be pulled to the left. That's your mean right there. Okay. So if your box plot looks like this, then your mean is probably to the left of your median. So your mean is probably less. Okay, so I just want you guys to think about that because, and I'll let you guys go because it's kind of time. But here's your question. So you either can write it down or you can come back into the recorded webinar and write it down at that time. But your question for the discussion, because it's not on the discussion page, is what causes the mean to vary from the median? Okay, so that is your ticket out. All right, you guys, so any questions? Any questions? Dustin, you're good then. I think you're good. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is your assignment actually from the webinar based on what we just talked about. So in that discussion, you would want to answer this question. The webinar is in a discussion, so you have to post to it. So every time you do a webinar, there's a discussion with it and you want to post. So this is the question that you're going to answer from the post based on what we were just talking about. Okay? Yep, Danny, good. Go to the discussion in Schoology, exactly. And then once you guys post, it'll open up and you can read other people's, and then make sure that you respond to a couple other people's. So you guys can have a discussion about it too. That's totally fine. All right. So Dustin, you're good. If you want to get out, you can. Everybody else good? Wait. All right, Danny, I can wait. Oh, you're good? Okay. Never mind. All right. Israel, Demetrius, Michaela, are you guys good? Okay. All right, you guys can go. Make sure you post to the discussion. All right, bye, Michaela. Thanks for coming. Thank you. I'm glad you guys came. All right, I can get you out too if you need to. Okay, you guys, I'm going to end the meeting if there's no more questions.